Welcome back. So this is the third video. I don't know if I'm going to put them all together, if it's going to be too long, or if I'm going to do it in 3 separate parts. In the first video, we did a tracing of her foot, of Jessy's foot. Second video, we did the measurements with a nice, beautiful straight edge that Jessy's mom gave us. And now the try-on. Now, in the second part of this video, we ascertained that the correct shoe size for her was a 42. So that's what we have now. We have a 42 in a women's specific. So I forget at what size it stops, but at least in the 42 and below, you can get a women's specific shoe last. And that's good because it comes back to a narrower heel. And a lot of complaints that I get from women that try on a unisex shoe is that their heel comes up out of the shoe when they're pedaling. And so that's frustrating. So this is the CX403. Nice zoom in work. I like it. I like it, Cheryl. Very nicely done. So we are going to try these on, and I'm going to set these down on the ground, and I'm going to get a little closer to our subject. Okay, so because these are white shoes, well, we have the obligatory white socks for the try-on.
I can put my own socks on.
Oh, good, good. I expect you to. I expect you to. Now, usually, thank you, Cheryl. Usually in this process, I will ask, or I will have my notes with me. And so if one shoe is wide, one foot is wider than the other, I usually will say, either to remind the customer, or if I already have my notes handy, let's try the left shoe on first because that's your wider foot, because if that one doesn't fit, it's a deal breaker, right? So we typically will size both feet to the widest foot. Now, one beautiful thing about Lake is that you can order a mismatch pair. I did this with a customer just recently out of Rhode Island. His right foot was one measurement, his left foot was a different measurement. It wasn't even close, so we had to order 2 different size shoes. But I will say that it's generally going to be ordered specifically for that customer, and it could take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. So just be aware that 1, it is an option, and 2, it might be a little bit of a wait, but once you have a pair of very well-fitting shoes, it's always worth it. Okay, so for the try-on, I usually open the shoe completely. So pull on the 2 boas, pull out the straps. We'll go with the right foot.
Left foot.
Is that your left? Yeah, it's my...
Maybe.
Exactly, it's my right hand and your left foot.
First day.
First day on the job. Okay, so what we're going to do now, Jessy, if you would please, so push down on the boa, and then with your thumb go forward, and that'll tighten it up. Yep.
Okay.
Now, just nice there, and then do this one just a little bit more. So tighten it down a little bit, just so we want to get all this slack out. Okay, now stop there. Go ahead and stop there, please. And now lift your heel back, so you want to back up just a little bit, and then lift your heel up, and then just kick it back. There you go. Now, once you've kicked it, now...
There's all this room in the front when I do that.
There is all of a sudden, right?
It's just like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now go back to this guy and cinch it down to hold that position that you got. Yeah. And then this one, you just want to get rid of the slack, right? So just get a little bit, and that should be good. So now, this is the most common mistake that cyclists do. And then they're like, oh, my feet are killing me, my shoes. They start the ride with their shoes too tight. So please, if you follow this technique, kick your heel back into the shoe, tighten up that top strap first, whatever you have. You may have a strap, you may have a boa, and then just gently secure the top portion or the front portion of the foot, okay? You should not have to be releasing the tension on your shoes while you're riding, because that means you tighten them too much at the start. Okay, let's do the same process for this other one. All right, so this is now your right foot.
Yes, it is. You're correct.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So pretty.
Aren't they
Look
though?
how perfect and pristine they are. Not a scuff
Not a scuff
or a
yet.
drop of grease on them.
No.
So we just...
Yeah, you just keep bringing them forward. And once everything's just kind of like, you taking all this, okay, now we take the heel back.
Okay.
There you go. And now, if you leave your foot there, that's best, but it's okay if you do it that way. Go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And then, there you go. That first top.
Just like
Yeah.
wrapping in a hug.
Yeah, just a
Okay.
nice little hug,
There we go.
right? And you want to just get rid of most of that slack. So it won't be tight, but there's no slack. And that should be
No
fine.
slackers.
No slackers allowed. Okay, now, she's awesome.
Yeah, that's Mom. She's a natural.
She's listening to the verbal cues.
She's a team player.
She is. So now, one of the things about a shoe try-on is that I often see people try to walk around the bike shop, and of course, that's not a cycling motion. So when you're walking around, you know that funny little duck walk that you do when you're wearing your own personal shoes? That's kind of the same thing you need to be thinking about here. So go ahead and stand up, and then just kind of, what you want to do now is just kind of put pressure down on your feet, because what you want to do is imagine that you're putting hard pressure on your pedals as you're riding. And so you want to make sure that as your foot starts to spread, that it doesn't hit the confines of the shoe itself, right? So you want to put pressure down in this direction, but you don't want to do this motion, because if you do this motion, then your heel is going to come out of the shoe. Yeah?
Nope.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yep. I'm like
Yeah.
mashing,
And then there's,
like I'm squishing grapes with my feet or something.
yeah, always comes back to the basic steps. Now the other thing is too, you want to check back here, right? And so you should be able to just kind of barely, struggle to get your finger in there. That means you got the right length. If your finger just goes whoop, straight down the back of the person's Achilles tendon and heel, that shoe's just too big, right? But looks good to me. What do you think, Jessie girl?
I think they're beautiful.
Well, besides how beautiful they are.
Well, here's what I think. I think in the morning, whenever I'm getting my kit ready to ride, that now I can be like, oh, which pair of shoes am I going to bring with me? My old ones or my new ones? I don't know. Sometimes my old ones, sometimes my new ones. The girls got to have choices.
Girls got to have choices.
Yeah.
So now it's like black pair or white pair.
These are very pro looking.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
they're great.
Well,
they fit like a glove.
You deserve it. You deserve them.
They feel like ballet slippers.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put cleats on the shoes, and then hopefully tomorrow morning, because it's late afternoon now, so it's quite warm out. Which, by the way, Pittsburgh weather has been very welcoming to us. It's been 70s and low 80s. But tomorrow morning we'll go for a ride, and then we'll do an after first ride impressions as well. Yeah.
Sounds awesome. So we'll have to go to bed early so that we can wake up early and beat the crazy heat and humidity that is coming.
Yeah, I'm still kind of like jet lagging. Like I'm still.
I feel like there's a bug on my back.
There was probably. I think I'm still on the West Coast schedule, so like I'm going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah. Anyway, all right, that's all for now. Please like and subscribe, and
We'll see you up
the
the road. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you. You're